Let's have another review then. Let's talk about Call Girl.
Yeah, this is a Swedish movie. It's set in Stockholm in the late 70s, based on a true story, actually, a political scandal where many top politicians and high-ranking officials were linked to underage prostitutes and sex clubs, all at a time in Sweden's history when actually they wanted to give off a very different image. You know, they wanted to establish themselves as a caring country and a more liberal country and a forward-thinking country. And it's directed by a guy called Michael Marcymain, who directed many episodes of Wallander, the original series of Wallander for the TV. And I think more significantly for this movie is he worked on Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy a couple of years ago, was a second unit director on this. And this has elements of Tinker Tailor in it, that 70s conspiracy thriller. Very bleak, very grey. I promise you the films will get lighter in the next hour.
Yeah, the mood will lift on the show a little bit later on.
But this is grey and complex, and it's set in a Cold War era of corruption and cover-ups. It actually reminds me of an amazing film, again from a few years ago, a German one called The Lives of Others, which was set in early 80s East Germany. And clearly all those three films are from the same food group. I'd call them that brown suits and paranoia. You know, it's a different era, but there were many issues going on, and there were many complex secrets. The pace of this is a little bit different, to be honest. It really zips around, actually, from one scene to another. Not as ponderous as Tinker Tailor or the other movie that I mentioned, but very enjoyable. It's a film that really draws you into this sordid, squalid world of power-hungry men. People who, you know, go on the telly and preach morality, but then lead a very different life in private. The soundtrack, as well, is worth mentioning.
Oh, who forgot?
Well, I don't know the exact name, but it's sort of krautrock. Okay.
Rammstein?
No,
Leibach?
it's
No? I'm just digging into my pocket now.
I like your pronunciation, but it's more sort of like Tangerine Dream, sort of 70s Kraftwerk, that kind of thing.
Couldn't be further away from Rammstein.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously same country, but you know, it has that feel to it, like a bit prog rock, and it's an amazing soundtrack. It has actual tracks from the era as well. I think there's some Bowie in there and Roxy Music, that kind of thing. But the original score is fabulous. So it's a very detailed movie, very disturbing movie, but actually a really gripping film, Swedish film called Call Girl.